Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe. Visit Clive5R.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clive from clivesart.co.uk and little Molly moves as well, isn't it, Molly? She's decided to join me in the studio today because we're having some fun this evening. The studio doors are open and we can have a, well, I'm expecting to be disturbed, but it doesn't matter. Let's do a fun painting. What colours have we got on the palette tonight, Molly? Can you see? Don't put your paws in. Okay. We got some cadmium red, we got some cadmium yellow, we got some burnt umber, some raw sienna, a tiny touch of blue, some Mars black and some white. And why have I got all that on my palette? Let me just put Molly down and I will tell you. There you go. She's going to sit in her basket. Well, quite frankly, it's because I was doing a painting earlier on. The horse, in fact. I don't know if you can see that there. I painted that horse earlier on and it's evening now. So I thought, let's see if we can't do a painting and try and use some of these colours up, because I don't like waste. And if you watch that, you'll see that I actually use some glazing medium, so I'm going to use that up as well. And in the little pot there, I've got some of my medium mix that stops under binding of paint. So without further ado, let's just get straight on to this painting. As I said, I'm expecting to be disturbed a little bit and somebody shouted at me, because they normally do. Okay, let's start off with, I got a 1 inch short flat. And I'm just going to pick up some yellow. I've got an idea what to do. I'm going to pick up some little bit of touch of cadmium red, and I make a small orange mix. Now I said I've got an idea what I'm doing, and I certainly have, because I had to think about this, and I thought let's just try and use these colours up. So I don't want to go too dark. I'm just mixing up a nice little bit of orange, and I'm just going to go straight in onto the canvas. I like that. What a lovely, lovely colour. Now, this is a 15 by 12, I think it is, a canvas panel, 30 by 40 centimetre. And I'm just going to pick up some straight yellow. I want to brighten up this corner there, straight into some nice cadmium yellow. And I pre-coated it with some gesso twice. That's 2 coats of gesso. And then I put a little burnt umber wash on it just to knock back that whiteness off the canvas. Basically just to not upset the white balance on my cameras. So I thought we'd have a bit of fun in the studio this evening, and we're going to do another African type of scene. Yes, another African type of scene. But with a little difference. No dancing girls in this one. No. Done enough of them now. Yes. We've done enough of them, we have. So I'm going to put a bit more yellow just down into the bottom. Here, like that. Just like a haze. I just wanted to look like a haze. I certainly do. I want to bring a line roughly there. And I'm just going to make a slightly darker orange, like that. Just down there like that. If you've painted me before, you know that it's quite easy now to actually get in and work into these backgrounds, and that's all you need to do. Is if you want to practice, just practice a background. I told you. There goes my phone. There you go. Just put that on mute and we won't be disturbed in that way anymore. Okay, now a little bit of moisture. And I want to get a little bit more red. Just want to redden this up a bit now, just down there, just to give it a bit of a glow like that. And that's nice. I'm going to pick up some burnt umber onto my brush now, mixing a bit of yellow to it, mixing a bit of red to it. I just want to mix this Nice and dark. Hello, Molly. You've come to see me again, have you? Have you come to see me in the studio? Hello. Oh, do you want to sit on my lap as I'm painting? Do you? Want to sit on my lap? We're going to get a bit of black into this now, Molly. Because we want to darken this up, look. Okay? And we want to go down into here now. Look at that. What a lovely dark colour. It is. Don't go look at me. No. People will talk. Yes, they will. Yes. Let's just mix that in. We should put a nice sharp edge there, but what I'll do for now, because I got Molly on my lap, and she wants to drink the water and everything, but I can't drink our water, Molly, because it's not good for you. Let's just put a nice line there, and we can sharpen that up later on. So let's just darken this down. Let's pick up a bit more black into that colour. I want it really black and dark here, like that. There we are. Okay, so not only am I sitting at an angle, I've also got a dog on my lap, and my headset is starting to fall off, and it's not fun. Molly, what have you done to Daddy? Huh? What have you done to Daddy? See? No, we do love you, don't we? Everybody loves you. Look, there's a camera over there. Yes. Everybody loves you. Yes, they do. Yes. Okay. Wasn't expecting you to come into the studio. My headset's fallen off again. Okay, so what we'll have to do, I think, is... Oh my God, what? You're going to talk to me? Are you going to talk? You're going to talk? You're going to talk? No. I'm going to dry that off now, Molly, and reset my headset. Right, get down. Okay, so I dried that off, and Molly's left me alone for the minute. And yes, they're terrible. My Molly and my Booze. Booze, my little cat. She's normally sitting on my head. So I got a little bit of masking tape, which I'm just going to try and make a nice straight line. I want a nice straight horizon line, so I'll just put a bit of masking tape on there, like that. And sometimes that's all you need to get that nice straight edge. And then just picking up the same colour that we put on just now, and then it doesn't matter if it's a little bit, what's the, I might make it a little bit redder actually. Make that a little bit redder actually. Let's make that a little bit redder. I want a nice warm glow coming down through there like that. I think that's nice. Nice warm glow. There you go. So I want to put some silhouettes on here, and I've already taken the liberty of drafting up some sketches on to some tracing paper, and the reason I do that is because it speeds up the process on the video, but also I can put that tracing then on my webpage, which is www.clive5art.co.uk, if you want to pop along to the tracings. And don't forget, there are 2 pages there now, 2 pages on the tracings, so if you don't find anything that you're looking for specifically, then just send me an email and I'll point you in the right direction. That's all we can do. So I'm just going to darken this edge a bit now. There. Like that. Let's just take my brush through a little bit of yellow, and let's put a little bit of light zinging down there like that. Don't know if you can see that very well, but that's all we want, is some subtle light, and we can play with that anyway. And we need to dry that off again, so let's do that. So hopefully, if I've done my job right, when I remove this masking tape, we should have a nice straight edge. And there it is. Yes, not too bad, Clive. I think I was expecting that to be a little bit shabby, but it wasn't. Okay, so let's pick up a little detail brush now. This is a number 4 graduate detail brush. I'm picking up a little bit of that glazing medium. If you haven't got any glazing medium, don't worry about it. Just use some yellow, and I'm going to bring a little bit of white to it just to strengthen it up, because I want to make it a yellow, a bright yellow. So all I'm going to do is add a little bit of white to it. If you've got glazing medium, all well and good. If you haven't, don't worry, doesn't matter. You can do this with just ordinary white paint and some yellow. So all you're doing is trying to make a nice circle to represent the sun. There you go. That's all you want to do. A nice bright sun. African sunset. I'm going to be going on holidays this year. I'm not going to say what year that is because I don't want to make my videos old. I never mention times and dates on videos, but I shall be going on holiday this year, and I'm not going to be far from Africa in actual fact. I'm going to be on the Canary Islands, yes. So that's just off the coast of Africa. Bit of more white now, bit more white. We want to make it this brighter in certain areas like that, just to make it look really hot. Now this could be a setting sun, or it could be a sunrise. I don't know, you decide. In your world it could be anything you want it to be. There you go, that's nice. Now just wash that brush. Let me get a filbert brush. I'm going to make another bit of orange again, bit of yellow, small touch of red. Always use a small amount of red first. Look at a little tiny bit of red made such a lovely colour, orange. So I want to darken that up a bit more. I want a little bit of contrast in this now, so I want to set a little bit darker. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got a nice. That's a nice bit of contrast there we got going there. Let's just merge that down through there like that. Nice warm type of sunrise, sunset. I don't know. Okay, not singing. Don't sing, Clive. People will stop watching. Yes, they will. Right, let's put some red into the sky. Nice bit of contrast. Yes, contrast. Contrast is everything. It certainly is. Now, I don't want to go too far over there because I got plans to do something, but I don't quite know where it's going to fit in yet, so we're just going to scrub in a little bit of orange just in case we miss a few bits here and there. And let's take this down there like that. And let's take this down and just work on your background. These don't have to be painted on this particular size canvas. Don't forget, you can paint these type of things on whatever size canvas you want. And in fact, the bigger the canvas for this type of thing, the better it's going to look. So let's just bring a little bit of contrast into this sky. Look, it's just picking up a little bit of warmth. By doing that, by putting a darker colour next to a lighter colour, you're going to make the lighter colour look a lot brighter and the darker colour look a lot darker. But it does actually emphasise that yellow spot that I put in there. And just scrub in just a few little wispy cloud things, because these are clouds in the sky that are just picking up the warmth of that sun, and that's all we're looking to do is increase this area here now with a little bit of yellow just on the brush. I haven't washed my brush, so don't worry too much about that. It's good if all these colours merge together. And there you go. Just make it look nice and warm. That's all we're looking for. Nice and warm. We were talking about colours and colour therapy on a paint and chat. I do a paint and chat a couple of times a month now with my friend Dawn out in America, and we cover all different types of subjects. And the subject we were talking about this particular time was colour therapy and art therapy and use of colours in your life. So it's an interesting video if you want to pop along. I'll put that in the iCards for you. There you go. Just a nice warm looking, I don't know, summery type of sky. It could be an evening, I think it could be. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mix a little bit of that red and burnt umber mix I got there that I made for this area. I'm just going to test this. I hope this is going to work. I want to put some really nice deep contrasty type of clouds just going across the sky there, and by doing that it looks as if they're in front of those as well. So you get these type of things out in Africa. So there we are. Just a couple of stringy little clouds just to make it look. There you go. And then just some very, very light dry brush, a couple of light ones as well. There we go. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to get myself a short flat. Have I got a short flat? I got a small short flat here somewhere. Where's my short flat? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. I got a filbert brush here. We'll use that. Again, going into this burnt umber black red mix that we did. I want a little bit of a rock or something coming out of the ground like that. I'm mixing a bit more black to my brush now. Just want to get that right in deep shadow there. So you've got that, because this is so dark and I'm painting over that. This is going to look like a possible shadow now coming across, and because it's black, it's going to make that look lighter than that. Remember what I said about the clouds? Well, we're doing the same thing now, but with just maybe a rock formation or something there. And then I don't condone using black as shadows, but in this case we need just to use plain black because other colours wouldn't show up. Just use a little bit of moisture on my brush, and then we can just put that through there like that. And the other thing I want to do is just cleaning our brush. The other thing I want to do is get another brush, and I'm just going to use this short flat for this and go in and back into that colour again. And I'm just going to make that a little bit more. Let's mix a bit more of that because there's not much on my palette. There we go. Just add a little bit more black to that. And let's just put a tree there like that. Let's just put a tree in there. And the rougher you make this, the more realistic it'll look, especially these things. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to put a hairdryer on it. We're going to come back to the tree later on, but I'm not going to show you what I'm going to put on this now. I'm actually going to put my stencil on and then draw that in place, and then when you come back you'll see exactly what I've got planned, and I wanted to keep that as a bit of a surprise for you. So there you go. Let's dry this off with the hairdryer. There we are. I lined it out. I have. And guess what we got? We've got a couple of elephants and some lions. Yes, we've got a daddy lion and a mummy lion. So I thought that would be fun. There we go. Now I've put that, I've drawn that as a trace in for you, and I've gone and put that, or I will be putting that up on to www.clive5art.co.uk trace-ins. So let's just block these in. That's all you need to do, is block this in for the moment. Same colours, I'm just using these colours. That's all you need to do, is block it in. How easy is that? And these lessons are designed to be as easy as they possibly can for you. I hope you try them. I really do. Now you can put anything on this. You can put drafts or whatever you want to put into your scene is entirely up to you. I just decided today that I would do a couple of lions and some elephants because that's what I was asked for. Somebody said, "Can you paint a lion?" I said, "Well, I can, but this is the only quick way I can actually do one, and I will paint a lion for you." But that's going to be a long video. I might even have to split it over two. But I'm not saying I won't do it. I'm just saying that it could be like a series. That's what I tend to do if it's a long-ish type of painting like that. And there's plenty of fantastic artists out there on YouTube that do wildlife paintings and absolutely realistically as well. And I wish I had the time to do that in the studio. But I like to try and bring you full lessons if I can, rather than split them up. And I just thought I think it's just nice to get in and get a painting done in an hour or 30 minutes or however long it is. Each lesson is different. But all these lessons are designed to get you started, increase your painting ability as well as that. So it's always handy to practice. You always need to practice. I'm still practicing, and I've been painting for over 40 years, I think. 30 years? 40 years? I don't know. Forget how old I am sometimes. That's not a bad thing. Unless you're climbing up a ladder and then you decide to jump off a ladder onto a roof, like I have done, because as you know, if you followed me before, I'm a window cleaner, so we forget how old we are sometimes, and we still think we're 20, and then we go and do things like that, and then we find out after great pain that we're 53 and not 23. Yes. So yeah, just block that in like that. There you go. Let's just change that brush, and I'm going to go into the same colour, but I'm adding a little bit more black to it, and I'm just going to just paint out these elephants. I'm looking at my reference, just make sure I get my shapes right. It doesn't matter. These are fun paintings. Even children could do these paintings for you. You can involve the children on these. You really are fun things to paint. They certainly are. And if you've never painted with acrylics before, these are the type of paintings that would get you started. And I think it's a great thing that if you can do that, and you can move on to more complicated paintings which require a lot more skill. But if you can develop your skills through doing simple processes like this, then I've done my job right. You should be able to do paintings like the little dash hound I've got behind me then. But these are all about learning skills and learning how to use the brush correctly, and it doesn't matter if you make a mistake. It doesn't matter what the painting looks like at the end of the day. It's all about having fun, relaxing, playing with colour. Use the colours that influence you. Use the colours, warm colours, cool colours, whatever influences you is the thing. What mood are you in? Do moody paintings. There we are. I do quite a lot of moody paintings, because my wife says I'm quite moody. But that's just her opinion. I do love her, Brady. Don't worry. We've got a good thing going, as they say. Been together now for 23 years, in fact. And very good friends. And I think that's important. I don't know why I put a baby in here, but I did. But it doesn't matter. He's going to be sort of. I don't know what do elephants do. They make these noises, don't they? But I don't know if there's a name for that. I can't remember what it is. Let's make his head a little bit more out like that. A little bit out of shape, it doesn't matter. Who minds? I don't mind. As long as you don't mind, I don't mind. As long as you don't mind, I don't mind. Okay. So let's get that detail brush again, and let's do this tree now. And let's take this up. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There you go. That'll do. I'm looking for a Pacific brush, and I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this little fan brush I've got. I got one of these little fan brushes. I'm going to mix a bit more red into this colour now, and I'm just going to go like that. Very, very lightly. Watch these trees, they'll grow on you. They certainly will. There you go. Somebody did tell me what the names of these trees were, but I can't remember. My brain it doesn't work as like it used to. No, my memory is not that good. Some days it's better than others, but we live through that. We certainly do. Okay, and let's just get black now. Let's get some black and just certain parts of our lion can be darker. Smooth it in. Like that. Leave a little bit of that red, browny colour coming through. And we can pick up a little bit of orange just on the very tip of our brush. And just put a little bit of light coming through. There. Catches you a little bit there as well. A bit more black. This is nice and silhouette-y. That's all you need to do with him, really. You've got a bit of a warmth and a bit of a warmy glow to him. I'm just going to add a bit more black to my palette. I'm using my colours up, which is good, because I don't like the waste colours. And we go in back into the mother now. Leave a little bit of warmth there, showing through. I got a fly buzzing around in my studio. It's a big fly. I don't know if that's a wasp. It will. Is it a wasp? No, it's a blue bottle. Big blue bottle. Don't know where he's come from. Well, I got the studio doors open, so I know where he's come from. But he wants to be famous, I think. Yeah, it's the only blue bottle on YouTube. Okay, so let's just strengthen up a little bit there, like that. Now this shadow, we're going to go, because we've got a nice dark rock there, like that, don't we? Our shadows coming in like that. So this shadow from this tree is going to be coming like that, because the light is splitting, and by doing that it's giving us direction into the sun, just like that. Some shadow under these elephants. There you go. Let's go back into our little detail brush again, picking up some black and then just darkening up. Oh, Molly. Hello, Molly. You've come back in the studio. Have you? Come here. She doesn't want to play. You can hear her in the background, hopefully. And she's got a chewy toy. And she's throwing it on the floor for me now to pick it up. So she's going to bark in any second. Isn't you? You certainly are. What I got? What I got? Haha, there she is. Say hello, Molly. Oops, your ears are all floppy. Say hello. Say hello. There she is, look. We're going to finish this off now, Molly. I know. We're going to finish this off, Molly. And we're just going to colour in the elephants. Yes, you can't paint. I hope you could paint. If you could paint, you could win Britain's Got Talent. Couldn't you? And we could be famous. And we could travel all around the world with a painting dog. Couldn't we? What do you think? Yes, that looks pretty good so far. And you can add a little bit more of a yellowy glow if you wanted to. Just to the couple of features here and there. Just to give it a bit of a definition. Just like that. Just go through a little bit of yellow or a bit of orange or whatever, just to give it a little bit of light coming on. And all we need to do today, Molly, all we need to do today is get our brush and sign our name in the bottom corner, Molly. There you go. Molly. Here you are. You're famous now. You're on YouTube and you've actually signed a painting. So me and Molly, have a good day, a good week, a good month, a good year, because I don't know exactly when you're going to be watching this, as time is relative on YouTube. It certainly is, isn't it? Yes. So say goodbye and say we'll see you in the studio again. Nice.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe. Visit clive5art.co.uk.